617-830-4750. I never know who's going to call. I never know what the questions will be or anything. Jason, do we have our next caller here?
I'm sitting here waiting. Oh, here it is.
All right. 617-830-4750. Let's start with your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to the David Pakman Show.
Hi, my name is Zach. I'm from near Chicago, Illinois.
Great. What's on your mind, Zach?
I was just wondering, what are your thoughts on people who claim to have like spiritual insight into the meaning of life in the universe while under the influence of like psychedelic drugs like DMT or LSD or mushrooms and things like that?
Yeah, okay. So it's sort of like a two-part question, I guess. Number one is my views on the concept of everything from spiritual and supernatural insights, psychic powers, ESP, etc., right? Because I think before you discuss whether you believe drugs could be a conduit to that type of insight, you need to figure out whether you sort of believe in that type of insight. I tend to be very, very science and evidence-based on that issue. So I don't believe that psychics exist in the sense that I've never actually seen or seen any evidence of or experienced or heard of anybody very convincingly explain a so-called psychic experience of real spiritual insight, mediums that communicate with the dead, being able to tell the future, et cetera, et cetera. I believe that these are skills that can be learned. Many people call it cold reading, period. So generally, I'm sort of skeptical of the concept of so-called supernatural insights or whatever. Now, in terms of drugs triggering what to people is legitimately a spiritual or life-changing experience, I have no problem with that whatsoever. I mean, we know that there are hallucinogenics and other drugs which very significantly impact the way that the brain functions. And I have no problem whatsoever with someone feeling like they've had a very positive or enlightening experience from that. You're nodding to me, Jason. I don't know if you agree with that general view.
Well, I actually have, let's say, had a few experiences myself, and one of them was actually around ayahuasca, DMT, if you will, and everyone has the same kind of, sees the same things, has the same experience where they're lifted out of this planet and they go to other places and they kind of see similar things. So, and I think it was a positive trauma for me as well, given I was, in a certain safe space, if you will. So I think there is something to that, but how quantifiable and scientifically proven that is, a lot of scientists won't touch it.
Yeah. So what do you think, Zach? I mean, my view basically is, to the extent that people have spiritual experiences in that they help them, I think that that's absolutely great. If you're asking me, can drugs actually allow people to either see the future, communicate with the dead, or be psychics? My answer is, until I see evidence confirming that, I don't buy it.
Right. I have to agree with you on that, and I don't believe in psychics or like the spiritual realm per se like that either. I tend to actually go around almost the exact same route that you take in this topic. I definitely agree that psychedelic drugs and maybe not just psychedelic drugs in general, but any kind of drug can like change your view, and because it gives you a different perspective on things that you otherwise wouldn't have.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about something that is affecting your brain, and it would correlate with that you are going to have different mental experiences. Last thing on this, and we've got to run, is I am open to the idea that what is currently described as psychic powers can exist. I've just not seen evidence of it yet, and I think ultimately science will explain it. I don't believe it will be supernatural. If it indeed does exist, I think we'll figure out exactly what it is. Okay, Zach from Illinois, thank you so much for the call. Warby Parker is offering a free 5-day home try-on to give you the opportunity to check out their glasses. I personally wear Warby Parker glasses when I'm not wearing my contact lenses. And I also started with one of these free at-home try-ons of 5 pairs of glasses. You can get your free home try-on and support the David Pakman Show at warbyparkertrial.com/TDPS. I don't really like going into glasses stores and trying on glasses while the salesperson sort of hovers over me, and I like more than 30 seconds to actually figure out whether I like the glasses. So with the Warby Parker home try-on, I was able to pick 5 pairs that I liked, put them on in the comfort of my own home, pick the one I like the most, and then Warby Parker put my prescription lenses in there for me. A lot of people don't know that the eyeglass industry is controlled by just a few big corporations that keep prices very high, like $300 for prescription glasses high,
which is just insane. Warby Parker glasses start at $95. That's what mine cost. And for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need. You can try 5 pairs and see what you like. Check out the at-home trial and support our show by going to warbyparker.com/TDPS. It costs nothing.